UFC 285 is almost here, and Jon Jones is going to be making his highly anticipated heavyweight debut that's been 10 years in the making. I'm going to preview the whole main card, but before I do that, if you're brand new, make sure you subscribe because we have brand new videos every single week. So let's have a quick look at this card. So first up, we have Ciryl Gane versus Jon Jones for their vacant heavyweight title. I'm glad that we're really getting to see some action in this heavyweight division and movement with this belt, because it's been somewhat in limbo with Francis heading up the division, and now he's left. He's likely heading to like PFL or maybe boxing. It's really breathed some life into this division, and there's going to be a lot of fun fights in the future. It's very difficult for me to get too excited in a Jon Jones fight because anything could happen between now and the fight. He could pop for PEDs, he could get involved in some controversy, and the fight could be easily cancelled. It's a fight that I won't believe's happening until that cage door is closed, or even then Jon could poke Ciryl Gane in the eye, he could do some illegal elbows and we get a very early stoppage. It's difficult to invest and too much can happen, but if the fight does happen, I'm really interested to see how Jon fares with all that extra weight. He says he's coming in at 250 lean, which is a huge increase. That's 45 pounds higher than he usually fights at. So how will he deal with that extra weight on himself and his opponent? It's a really big adjustment, and it could severely impact his cardio, and especially in those later rounds where Jon Jones dominates. And I'm also very interested to see how Ciryl can deal with Jon's wrestling and the wrestling threat, because when he last fought Francis, he got ragdolled. There's no two ways about it, but that's less about technique with Francis, it's more the physical strength, and I'm not sure that Jon has that same physical strength as Francis, but I feel like this could go either way, and there's a lot of questions to be answered. So next we've got Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. I always find it very hard to get invested in Valentina's opponents because she often outclasses them. She's probably one of the greatest female fighters on the planet, and she never really has any contenders. I think that the fight that's really interesting for a lot of people is Valentina moving back up a weight division and fighting Amanda Nunes, but that doesn't seem to be on the cards anytime soon. And Erin Blanchfield had a great fight against Jessica Andrade the other day, and it'd be great to see another contender come up, and I just don't feel like Alexa Grasso has what it takes to dethrone Valentina just yet. Then we've got Geoff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkat is an incredibly exciting fighter and probably a future world champion, and a win over Geoff can really push him up those rankings. He could be a couple fights away from title contention after that. He could fight someone like Gilbert Burns, Colby Covington, Wonderboy, but a fight that I would have loved to have seen is him versus Khamzat Chimaev. But the issue is, it seems Khamzat Chimaev is moving up to middleweight, or at least that's what the rumours suggest, and it probably works out better for him anyway. I think with Khamzat at welterweight, it's too difficult a cut. But poor Geoff Neal here, I think he's a lamb to slaughter, unfortunately. I think Shavkat's bigger, stronger, faster, more technical, and is younger, and I just don't see many paths to victory for Geoff here. And then we move on to Jalin Turner versus Dan Hooker. Dan's not on this fight anymore. He's got a broken hand. I don't know why they've not updated the website yet. Bit weird. But Jalin's fighting Gamrot, that's who he's fighting, and I'm a big fan of Dan, and it's a shame he's out of this fight, but it is what it is, and it's a great opportunity for Turner now, because if he can steal a win over Gamrot, it'll really get him further up that lightweight division, and that lightweight division is hot right now. And it's good to get in that mix. I think they're both very well-rounded fighters, and Jalin Turner's like 6'3", I think. He's massive for the division, but he's got these big long limbs, and Gamrot could get hold of those, and Gamrot has a lot of experience, and I think that'll probably just give him the edge he needs to win this fight. And then we open the card with Nickal versus Jamie Pickett. I'm really curious to see how far Bo's going to go after stepping up from the Contender Series, but Jamie Pickett isn't a high level opponent. He's lost to Cal Dawkins, Jordan Wright, And Bo seems incredibly technical, and he's got a big mouth to match it. He was calling out Hamzat after his win on the Contender Series. But Bo's quite new to MMA, but he's a world-class wrestler, and he's great at hiding big overhands in his level changes. And so I think he probably gets the win here, but we'll have to wait and see. And that's the main card. I'm really looking forward to UFC 285. There's some exciting fights on the prelims as well. You've got Cody Garbrandt, Derek Brunson, Plessis, and overall it's just an exciting card. Thank you for watching. If you can like, comment and subscribe, it really does help us out.